Today, a major shift in the American political landscape has been announced from the White House. President Trump has mobilized the entire federal apparatus to reassert his famous claim that the 2020 election was unfairly stolen. In 2020, Trump's challenge ran into court blocks and fierce resistance from many officials. Now, when the former president came back to the Oval Office, he ensured that anyone who wanted a role in his new administration had to believe, at least fundamentally, that the 2020 election had been rigged against him. That vetting is plain. Key players for the Justice Department, the FBI, the Department of Homeland Security, and even the U.S. Postal Service have all been selected for or replaced with allies that doctrinally share Trump's suspicion of the election's integrity. They have each been given new commands to revive the myths that the American voting system is defective and that states' elections should be overseen by the federal government. The strength of the push surged Thursday when the nation's intelligence community handed the White House a trove of declassified documents. Trump announced in a primetime speech from the East Room that these documents were critical intelligence exposing shocking vulnerabilities in the election infrastructure. He added that he had directed the FBI, the CIA, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence and the Justice Department to investigate a supposed cover-up by U.S. officials concerning the extent of China's alleged influence on American elections. But a close look at the release shows that the redacted materials do not uncover new weaknesses or evidence that foreign governments manipulated the vote. The files mainly record conversations within the administration about how to characterize China's engagement and confirm that the basic ideas about potential manipulation had been part of public debate for years. Even with this limited substance, the Trump team signals that the effort will waver no longer. In a follow-up briefing, the administration's officials, specifically the Secretary of Homeland Security Markwayne Mullin, repeated claims that tens of thousands of non-citizens appear on voter rolls and warned criminal courts that local election officials could face imprisonment if they fail to act on the information they need to secure their elections. The reality is that the operation is carefully coordinated, so the Justice Department, the FBI, Homeland Security plus other agencies are now working in tandem, guided by a single narrative that encourages skepticism about the election infrastructure even when the evidence is flat or absent. For anyone watching, the takeaway is that a new era of internal policy is being forged, one in which distrust and political objectives take precedence over the facts presented by the intelligence community. This coordinated approach will shape the next week's actions and likely more across the federal ecosystem. Thank you for listening. Stay with us for more updates on this unfolding story.